Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back down under the mat. We are here in Madison Square Garage around the pool table of relevancy. This is Mr. Dan Danielson. I'm Rowdy Roddy Reece. We're here to talk about all things professional wrestling. We're going to kick it off live and local this week. Huge news on the WWE and the AEW front. So let's start with AEW officially dropping teasers for their 2026 return to Australian shores, which is very exciting. We've seen some preliminary information drop.
That was a big word for you. Well
preliminary, yeah,
good.
I'm feeling awake and my brain's kind of switched on today. So
nice.
Might drop a few big words here and there.
Exponentially big words.
See, there we go. So the first hint that we've got about dates is it's looking like it could potentially be February 2026 for AEW.
Yes.
And the information looks to be Sydney and Melbourne for shows. So we'll put a screenshot that we've got right here. If you look at it, like if you can zoom in on your phone, but if you look at the photo file, it does look a little pixelated. So we're unsure about the validity of this information as of yet.
It's pretty valid though, because everything else on that list
is scheduled
and
through TechDady/Ticketek. So it's looking pretty good. Early rumors is potentially Dynamite pay-per-view, Collision pay-per-view. Unsure yet, but we're getting 2 shows by the looks of it, which is pretty damn exciting.
Yes.
We don't have to travel to Brisbane in hot-ass summer, so thank God for that.
And look, if you were following along with the podcast last year when we did go up to this year to Grand Slam, was this year? What was it earlier?
6 months ago.
Look, fair enough. The show, like the wrestling and the actual event was spectacular, right? Like the fact that we got to see Ospreay and Omega and everybody wrestle with the whole crowd sang Edge's theme music in, and he got super emotional.
We set the bar.
We were the ones that set that bar.
Which international audiences for AEW are continuing. They smashed it in Glasgow this week.
Did they?
Yeah, absolutely smashed it.
That's obviously the better part. The poor part was that the stadium sucked. The aircon was terrible. It was so hot. There was no merch. The lines were bad. So I hope that AEW have learned from that. And I think by them doing at least 2 shows now, that's probably showing some progression that they've realised the market is in Australia for these shows.
Yeah, you just got to book it in the right side of the country.
Places. Do it on the East Coast because that's where a lot of people are. Sorry, Perth. I'm interested to see, like you said, whether it's a Dynamite and a Collision, or are they going to bring us another pay-per-view again? Like, is it another Grand Slam? Is it going to be something like Revolution or something? Because if it's in February, it's their early sort of
Revolution
early
is at the start of their calendar year.
Yeah, so it could be a Revolution pay-per-view. If that's the case, is that outside of the Sydney-Melbourne show? Are they going to do like what WWE are doing now, where they're doing a SmackDown pay-per-view Raw show? Yeah. Are they going to do a Collision pay-per-view Dynamite run? And you get it in 3 spots? Do they go back to Brisbane? Because I think our friend Chris...
I think he's based in Brisbane, isn't he?
I believe, well, he's in Queensland at least.
Yeah.
And go check out his podcast and Discord stuff. We'll put it down here as well because he does some cool stuff as well. It's mostly around the Australian wrestling, but good job, Chris. He was saying that he thinks that the Queensland government has a similar deal with AEW as what WWE have with WA. So if that's the case, then a show will probably still return to Queensland, but also have the Sydney-Melbourne shows.
So they are billing it. The first teaser that dropped was Tony Storm. Something big is coming to Australia.
Yep.
And then after that, we had a few hours later a Kyle Fletcher promo saying, "You thought last time was wild? Just wait." So they're teasing something huge. So
well, at least something bigger than it was last time.
Yeah, so
which would make sense.
We did have the Ring of Honor taping and then the Dynamite Grand Slam taping, but I feel like
Eagles got on there, didn't he?
And Tommy Knight.
Tommy Knight showed up. That's right.
Tommy Knight against Mark Davis. Remembering back about that pay-per-view, like that whole night.
That was great.
Weather aside, it was an amazing night. And merch situation aside. And this was something I was talking to my brother Josh about. They need to take note of what happened last time.
Oh, absolutely.
And they need to become over-prepared. If you have to sell stock online after the show's done, that is a best-case scenario. Yep. The fact that they completely sold out of merchandise before the show had even finished was fucking wild.
Before the show had even started.
Yeah, it was absolutely wild. Like half the shit was gone before we actually got to the front. managed to secure the Tony Storm doll, and that was only because I did a sneaky where the line was lining up here. The desk is back here, but it was like splitting off into tangents. I think tangents,
Tangent's a good word.
Another good word. Yeah. But like in the middle was all the like bar stools and shit.
Yeah.
And I just like, if you're gonna, and that's why I'm very happy / hopeful that it's not going to be at the same venue, because there will be a better merch line situation.
Oh yeah,
Need at least a couple of desks. If you have to split up where things are, go for it.
That basketball stadium, in terms of inside, like the ring was fine, but the actual amenities.
Yeah.
You didn't say I'm doing the words now. Was really like, it's pretty average. But also, like, hopefully this time again we'll take Lachlan and he can go get himself another chair.
Yeah, a second chair. But we move on to a somewhat unofficial announcement from WWE, as both WWE and WWE Australia have not made official posts on social media. But
as yet,
we have had,
at the time of this recording.
Yes, at the time of this recording, we have had us and several other Australian podcast platforms reporting that there will be a WWE live show tour, Melbourne, 15th of October, just after Crown Jewel and Monday Night Raw. So we're pretty goddamn pumped because we have an East Coast show that we're going to be going to, and we don't have to go all the way over to Perth and spend an arm and a leg getting over there.
Yes.
So we're pretty damn happy about that. So I'm going to also note the other podcast platforms reporting on this, Down Under the Ring, our brethren, which are also part New Zealand based as well. They've got a Kiwi running their show with The Warship, and also Wrestle Radio Australia, who are probably one of the most reputable Australian podcasts, aside from us.
Of course. Look, this to me, it seems like this is more of the house show at the end of their tour. So it's obviously not televised. It's nothing like that. So it'll be a house show, which is great because, I mean, from what you see online, you can see how much fun the wrestlers have on house shows. They have fun.
It's a bit more of a laid-back experience too.
And that's kind of, I think, what I want to go see. Like, I love to go see pay-per-views and stuff as well.
Because it's just like matches. There's not really too much flabbergasting in between.
Yeah, and we're going to get to see
so.
Rhea, Stinkface Nia and stuff. It's going to be so fun. But
that'd be great.
Good that it's going to be in Melbourne.
Yes,
so we can organise to get around that because it's on the East Coast. I think it's probably a smart decision when you're literally flying your entire company across the world. Utilize it as much as possible, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to have, we're not going to have John Cena or Brock Lesnar or probably Cody Rhodes on this house show, but you'll get Sammy and you'll get Jay and you'll get Rhea and you'll get Grace and you'll get Bron Breakker. You'll probably get Bronson Reed. Hopefully Seth Rollins will be there as well. Like, I'd love to see Seth and Becky and stuff. So, like, I think you'll get a fair portion of them because the way that I'm going to assume the flight schedule from Australia to the US, you wouldn't be flying out of Perth to go the other side of the world. You'd be flying from Perth back to the East Coast to Sydney or Brisbane to then fly back to the US. So most of them will be coming in that way and then across to Perth. So my guess would be that when they've finished the SmackDown, Crown Jewel and Raw run, which now for those that are going, congratulations, it's actually pretty much sold out, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely crazy to see that.
Which is wild that they've sold out all of those tickets for all three of those shows in Perth. So hopefully the Australian crowd shows up for that run.
And be loud so we can get another one next year.
But like if you've flown everybody out for that and then you're going to fly back via the East Coast anyway, stop and do a show. Because we'll come down and we'll buy merch and we'll
cheeky little show. We will be going into this one.
We'll go to Melbourne.
I have confirmation from the wife I'm allowed to attend. And plus, Dan's going to be driving down to Melbourne is the current plan. So
seems to be the plan.
Yeah. Bit easier on the budget, not having to fly. And then also like 2 nights accommodation. Oh no, kill me.
Oh, yeah, compared to 5 nights in Perth.
Yeah, 5 nights in Perth, flights over. And so expensive going over there. It was beautiful in Perth though. Beautiful.
Oh, look, I don't regret going. It was fantastic. It was a great holiday. It was a really fun time with Ted Morgan and everyone last time, but it was an expensive trip.
Yes. Well, it's still recovering. And it's been 18 months.
If we get to like 1,000 subscribers, we can start monetizing this podcast, then maybe we can write off as a tax.
It's slowly ticking up there. Get us to 1,000 by the end of the year. Tell your friends. Come subscribe. If there's a particular format of content you want us to do, let us know. We'll give it a shot. We used to do little game shows quite often.
I want to bring the drafts back.
Few and far in between now. I'd love to do more drafts, get some guests on the show, do some drafts like that. So let us know what you want us to do, and we'll try and smash it out for you. We'll keep on the news topics, and then we'll pivot to the shows. Sure. TKO So there was a report from WIR, I can't remember what their abbreviation is, that TKO...
W means wrestle or something.
Yeah, Wrestling Illustrated, Rumble. I don't know. I'm just making a wild guess. They have reported that some TKO board members are very aware of fan frustration over ticket prices at the moment, but they're expecting things to go back to normal once TKO's debt is fully paid off by 2026. It's just a specific wording used, with an expected revenue of 4.5 to 5 billion by the end of 2025.
Yeah, and now this to me is annoying, but also understandable. The fact that it's TKO's debt, which is majority UFC's debt.
Yes.
Which means WWE fans are all paying for the UFC's failures. Sucks, but I get it, right? And you look at even the Crown Jewel tour, right? So this is what we can look at based off our local currency and what we know the tickets were.
Yeah.
They started at about $200, all the way up to $13,000 a ticket, right? If you're paying $13,000 to show up in a basketball stadium in Perth to watch wrestling, that is ridiculous. But people have done it and people are paying it. The house show in Melbourne, starting about $86 a ticket, going up to like $1,000 or $2,000 a ticket. That is, to me, I mean, yes, it's a house show, but also that's much more of the reasonable, that's what I'm paying for a WWE event.
Yeah.
Right?
That should be the norm.
If you're a family of four and I can get away with spending $500 for all four of us to go to the show,
done.
I'm okay.
Deal.
But when I'm a family of four and I have to spend $2,500, no thank you, that's a little bit exy.
Yeah.
So I think that everyone understands that they want to get the prices back to where much more manageable level. And I mean, I think I saw a picture on one of the articles this week that green shirt guy, so his equivalent WrestleMania seat's like $70,000.
Yeah, I was going to bring up the fact that $70K for front row for next year's WrestleMania.
Like that's
wild, dude. That is wild.
That is a car.
That is like influencer celebrity money.
Yeah. And it takes some of that ability to have, families and fans away. You can be a lifelong fan of wrestling and you can have watched it, every Saturday morning with your dad and your family for 20 years. But if you don't have $1 million job and, working,
very few of us do.
You can't afford to go front row. So, sucks. But look, I think that if it balances back out and they stay profitable, I don't think WWE will have a problem selling tickets regardless of the price. But I think as well, if you drop the price on every ticket $50 and then you end up selling 1,000 more tickets to the show,
you're cutting even.
Kind of even. So I think that's probably a better thing because from a wrestler's perspective, sure, they all want a cut of the money and they want, the more money the business makes, the more money you can pay your superstars. We all get it.
Yeah.
But for them, I think the most important thing for a wrestler is to walk out to a full crowd.
Yes, absolutely. Because without the crowd, none of this happens.
Absolutely. Yep.
I'm going to hand over to you because I know you've got lots of new news points to discuss.
Do I?
I didn't note down anything that you told me.
Oh, thanks, man. Great. Thanks for listening.
Well, you get your phone.
Well, I mean, I only wrote basic notes. So the first thing that I wanted to bring up, which is like you said, it's kind of gotten back into the news cycle now, and I don't know what's triggering it.
Yes.
Is Sir Master Christopher Jericho.
Sir Master
Christopher Jericho. Okay. And the rumors that his AEW contract is running out in December, towards the end of this year.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he hasn't been utilized recently for AEW. He lent in very heavily to internet backlash on him with obviously the learning tree side of it and the TV time with Chris Jericho.
Pretty funny TV.
Which was pretty good, but also like if you look at his WWE run, he every couple of years reinvented himself. He changed his character arc. He went off TV for a while. He went and did like a tour with Fozzy.
Yeah.
He went and did TV shows.
I think he's kind of done that in AEW as well. But
he's never been off TV doing that.
Yeah.
He's always been on AEW. And I think it was like, I can't remember where I was watching it, but it was like the first time he's had a 4-year straight run without a proper break.
Wow. Yeah, that's
not Chris
That's a
Jericho.
hefty chunk.
So this now, like this part of the year is the biggest break that he's had. So there's lots of rumors going around. Is he going to stay around? Is he going to go to WWE? Does he return in the Royal Rumble?
I think that like with that 4-year run, like you look at the schedule that AEW has and did have back when the pandemic was happening. Like they were in the same place every week.
Yep.
You fly in, you do your recordings, you fly out. You with your family for the other 5-6 days of the week.
Yep.
And even with the AEW touring, they do the Collision tapings for 95% of the time, the same night as Dynamite. So it's a long night, but you're getting all your TV recorded in one night. So you still have that like 4 to 5 days after travel with your family. So I wonder if like having that sort of schedule differed so drastically from WWE, and that's why he was able to do that 4 straight years.
I think physically, I agree with you that he was able to do it, but I think creatively the problem is that he was on TV every week. And I think the Chris Jericho character is always that character that never burnt out because he came in, he had a run, he won a title, he had a feud or 2, and then he left. And then he came back and started a new feud, and you're like, oh, sweet, Jericho's back.
Yep.
Now he's wearing suits.
New character.
Now he's got short hair. Now he's sparkly jacket. Like every time he changed, whereas it's kind of feel like he hasn't done that in a while. So
it's just been like kind of different gimmicks of the same character, essentially.
yeah, and it's just getting his chest more and more caved in when he's been doing it.
Poor guy.
There's also, I don't want to start the tribalism between AEW and WWE here, but there is obviously the nostalgia act of what WWE are in terms of Jericho is in that older frame, like Cena is and Lesnar is and stuff like that. So, but then again, you've got AEW pushing Edge and Christian, match on Forbidden Door. But anyway,
Christian teaming for the first time in like 24 years.
No, it's like 2011. It's like 13 years.
When did they team in 2011?
I'm pretty sure I saw Copes. I'm going to call him Cope. He's posted it's the first time he's wrestled with him since 2011.
Interesting.
I'm sure he came back after his first neck injury, right?
Yeah.
When Christian was the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
At some point. Anyway, regardless, that's off the point of what we're talking about with Jericho. I wouldn't mind seeing him come back because I think he is a Hall of Famer, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Bully Ray was mentioning that Jericho essentially needs to come back before he goes into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
he needs to have another last hurrah.
Even if it's a 6-month run, right? Like
it doesn't have to be the world.
Comes back in the Rumble.
Get involved with Kevin Owens again if everything positive happens on that front.
That would be so fun. But I don't think KO needs it. I think KO needs above Jericho, to be fair. But get him back in the Rumble, give him a WrestleMania spot against, an up-and-comer like Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
You could have Carmelo turn on The Miz and say that, I didn't need you anyway, whatever. And then you go back to someone like Jericho who was on Tough Enough and stuff with The Miz and he was a coach there and you can be like, well, if you can beat The Miz, maybe you can beat me and put over a younger talent and stuff.
Could be a good theory.
I don't know. We always go to Carmelo as who should
I do think he's underutilized.
Oh, for sure.
And I think a lot of people think he's underutilized on the main roster.
Yeah.
After the immense run that he had in NXT. He definitely has more potential
than
the main roster.
Jericho and Dom feud?
That'd be fucking great.
I would like to see that too.
You imagine them tag teaming?
Oh, yeah. And like better. Jericho just like hitting him from behind and then pulling off a mask and it's like Jericho like, oh yeah, let's do that. Come back. Just come back for 6 months, Jericho. So that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about is that do we want him back in WWE or do you
short-term run? I'd love to see it.
And if you don't see him come back, do you then think that AEW can reutilize him?
I think because he's had so much time off TV, yes.
Where?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because we've all talked about.
Well, the rumors are that like Ospreay's about to go have surgery after Forbidden Door. Yeah. He's going to be gone for a while, but also apparently Swerve Strickland's been dealing with some niggling injuries for the past few months, and he's rumored to be off TV long term after Forbidden Door as well. So like AEW's losing 2 of their major up and comer superstars.
Yeah, and that's why they're pushing Kevin Knight so hardly. Look, I don't want Jericho to go back and do the Jericho Vortex and the Learning Tree stuff and suck everyone into the mid-card. I think
he needs to reinvent himself like he did all the time with WWE.
And I don't know if he can in that product. So I would like to see him go back to WWE where he can do that.
I agree.
The other story that we were talking about is somebody else returning to WWE. And there's been a lot of talk, and if those of us that watched last weekend's Triple A show, Rey Mysterio made a promise to the crowd in Mexico that he would be,
shit, where's he going with this?
He would be bringing back Alberto Del Patron or Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah.
And a lot of people took that very literally. I took that as Rey just wanted the crowd to shut up for Conan's Hall of Fame thing. And he was just saying whatever he had to say to get the crowd to stop. Not that Rey Mysterio was going to like walk back into the office and be like, hey, Triple H, can we
Shake his
just get Del Rio back, please?
Done deal.
I can't remember who the...
Hugo Savinovich.
Sure, this guy has said that there's a lot
What
of
do you
talk.
mean this guy? Well-renowned Spanish commentator, Hugo Savinovich.
Good. I just wanted to make a point too that was quite funny at Triple Mania. If you didn't watch it last week, when they had their spot in the 4-way match to put someone through a table.
It was the English one.
It was the English announce table instead of the Spanish announce table. That was a great spot. Very proud of that.
Loved it.
But yeah, so he was saying that there's a lot of people backstage that want to get him back, including people like John Cena and Roman Reigns. And I cannot imagine that Roman Reigns would give two shits what happens with Alberto Del Rio.
No, it was because whoever reported on it, I can't remember exactly what platform, because I saw it on Facebook, I think.
Yeah, I
Can't remember who was reporting it on Facebook. They used a picture of Roman talking to Undertaker from like 10 years ago or something. And I was like, because it said, like, it named a few legends and then, like, and other people backstage. And then, like, you put a picture of Roman Reigns and The Undertaker. A lot of people would just automatically assume, yep, both of them want Alberto Del Rio back. No.
That's not quite how this
It's not how it is. I mean, Roman Reigns, if you haven't watched this and you want to correct us, feel free to comment down below. And then let us know. Spread it around to all your other friends, and then you can all come here and you can all subscribe and get us to 1,000 by the end of the year.
Mate, if Roman Reigns subscribed to us, just share us once.
Just once.
That's all you need. Just once, Roman.
Once. They'd come flocking.
So then the last story to talk about that I wanted to bring up, which is kind of similar to this idea that we got from Triple Mania, right? Was that Triple Mania, there was a lot of crowd backlash at Vikingo retaining his title.
Yes.
It seems like the Mexican fans, not that they don't like him, but they were like, hey, we didn't choose him. WWE came in and chose him as the champion.
To be fair, he's a banger wrestler.
He is very good. So they came in and
He even
they kind
appeared
of
on Monday Night Raw this week.
He did, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yes. After this.
I'm just trying to find the actual thing for this that I'm talking about. Anyway, the point of the crowd didn't like that Vikingo was the champion. They revolted against it. The same thing happened in New Japan Pro Wrestling. If you watched
G1 Climax.
Konosuke Takeshita beat Evil in front of 7,000 fans to win the G1 Climax. Now,
Only 7,000?
yes.
I
6,000.
I thought it would have been like
870.
tens of thousands
No.
being the G1.
No, fairly small.
Okay.
Because I don't think it was in the Tokyo Dome. Which means Dave Meltzer won't give it 5 stars. But the premise of it is that obviously, I mean, if you put pen to paper, Takeshita is probably one of the best technical wrestlers in the world right now. Like, he is phenomenal.
I'm happy to back that.
Japan didn't like it. Japan, a lot of the Japanese fans, if we went on to Twitter or X or whatever, were revolting against the fact that Takeshita beat one of their local favorites. Obviously, Takeshita is not a New Japan Pro wrestler.
No.
He is an AEW star that was in the tournament.
This is some of his first opportunities to wrestle in New Japan because he's been part of Noah previously.
Correct. Yeah.
So he's essentially always been the outsider to New Japan.
Yes, and they often aren't huge fans of outsiders winning per se, despite Zack Sabre Jr. winning it, and he's English. But, I mean, I know he was a New Japan wrestler. I mean, Ospreay, Kenny, correct.
Come on, guys.
So it's not the first time that it's occurred, but the fan revolt around this mostly is the fact that they think that Tony Khan and AEW have, like what WWE did with Vikingo, pull some strings and make a decision for Takeshita to win. I don't know whether I agree with that or not.
Nah, I don't think Tony Khan has that sort of power in New Japan, regardless of their relationship.
I agree. I think Tony Khan has the power to say, you can use Takeshita, put Takeshita in
Because who is it
G1.
that's running New Japan now? It's Tanahashi, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would feel like Tanahashi can see the talent that
Absolutely.
Takeshita has and go, we're going to have him win our G1 Climax, which is 31 days consecutive of wrestling, isn't it?
Like, yeah, the tournament.
And look at it. Konosuke Takeshita has overcome everything to win that.
And don't tell me you're not excited as a New Japan Pro Wrestling fan or anyone as a wrestling fan to get a Takeshita versus, assumedly, Zack Sabre Jr.
At Wrestle Kingdom.
At Wrestle Kingdom in January.
The reports coming from Takeshita after that, he wants to walk into Wrestle Kingdom as champion. So he might cash in that opportunity beforehand.
Look,
mate, sign me up. If we get Takeshita and Zack Sabre Jr., I'm all for it.
I've never been a huge proponent to watching a lot of New Japan. Like
I've only watched it a handful of times.
I watch matches.
A couple.
I don't watch the storylines and the climaxes and the G1s and stuff. But like everything that I've seen from this tournament, that what Takeshita has done is brilliant. He is so phenomenally good. The match he put on with Evil was also very, very good. I think that this is a good thing for New Japan because, like you said, that you've got Noah and you lost Stardom, and the eyes on the Japanese product internationally is dropped. I think a little bit. How do you get some more American people to watch it again? You put Takeshita as the G1 climax.
To be fair, though, they've announced the fourth competitor for Mercedes Moné for Forbidden Door.
The Stardom person, who is it?
Bozilla. You ever heard of her?
No.
Nah, me either. But people are absolutely raving about her online. Cool. There are people who still watch Stardom, which is good. But when people were like, oh, Bozilla, oh my God. I was like, what? What? Who?
Yeah.
She's jacked though. So I can understand where the hype might come from. She's like, the pose that I saw was her doing this. And she had like guns twice the size of mine. So
that's not hard. I mean, I'm not talking. I'm going to.
Yeah. Sit down.
Shut up.
Be humble.
What else did I have from news? The only other news that we want to talk about before we go to the show reviews is, again, we're kind of going to start this tribalism.
we just said we weren't going to start the tribalism before, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Obviously, this weekend we've got Forbidden Door.
Yes. Probably occurring right now as of recording.
Yeah. Except it's tomorrow.
I thought it was today.
No.
It's in London.
It's in London.
London. Hey, bro.
So we'll be watching that and we'll drop a review of it sometime later in the week. Or later next week. But you also have All Out announced in September the 20th.
I know what's coming.
Which is Chicago? All Out? They normally do it in Chicago. I don't know if
think so.
In Chicago
Yeah, I think
but
so.
anyway, All Out is announced. WWE have now decided to announce that we said this was going to be coming. A pay-per-view event to counter-program the AEW All Out show, which I, as a fan of pro wrestling,
I'm sick of it, dude.
I hate this counter-programming.
I'm fucking sick of it.
Don't make me watch two pay-per-views on the same day.
That's why I don't want to watch too much wrestling in one day, so stop it.
It's so annoying. But WWE have announced that they're going to be putting the show on. And
in Indianapolis.
In Indianapolis, and it is called WrestlePalooza.
WrestlePalooza.
That is the dumbest name. I get it's an old ECW name. I don't care.
Out of all the options that we had, of all the rumors for the names in the last couple of weeks leading up to the official announcement, WrestlePalooza was my least favorite. It should have been Bad Blood. I would have been somewhat okay.
No Way Out.
No, I didn't hear about that one, but
wasn't that the one picture that had Seth Rollins on one of the
Over the Limit?
Oh, Over the Limit was.
I would have been okay with that, but WrestlePalooza, really?
It just sounds dumb. It really does.
Not a fan.
It sounds like something that happens at a state fair.
In fact, they've got like the disc saw as the backing for it as well. Like, I expect an Extreme Rules match with a chainsaw now. So you've set the bar extremely high.
But the point to this obviously is that the strong rumor going into this event is that it will be the John Cena versus Brock Lesnar match.
It's being advertised as John Cena facing an opponent he has not faced in nearly a decade.
Yeah, so it's Rob Van
Dam. I did see someone's fan theory about that, and it's like, could be if it was in Philadelphia, as you said earlier. If it was in Philadelphia, sold. But no,
it's not Rob Van Dam. That's the dumbest idea ever. No. Look, I don't like the idea of counter programming. I'm kind of sick of it. It's too much wrestling on a day, especially, and I mean this selfishly for us as content creators that follow wrestling. Think of someone like, your Santis and your Conans and your Wheezy Blondes and stuff.
It's just their job.
That's their job, and that's how they make their money. They have to either pick one or the other. And let's be fair, the majority of them are going to pick the WWE product because the more eyes of the general audience are going to be on it.
Yeah.
Which means AEW gets shafted, which is what WWE wants to do. But then they've got to go back and watch AEW. But then they also miss all of the content from what happens on All Out. And then you can't do content for that because you're not live on it, and then it happens hours later and it's nowhere near as good. So it just impacts everybody, and I just don't like the idea of counter-programming. It's really annoying.
Or you get those rare situations where we will prioritize AEW over WWE, like
Yeah.
we did with All In
Yep.
this year.
But then the other thing to talk about for this is that it seems to be this will be the first pay-per-view that WWE are going to be doing on ESPN.
Yes.
So that means that the Peacock deal is ending for those in the US.
Done.
Which means that they look like they are shifting, from what I was reading, Saturday night's main event off NBC
Onto Peacock, from what I've been
Peacock,
hearing.
because they didn't get the numbers on NBC that they were thinking they were getting. Because obviously that's a national TV station. So
Yes.
we're kind of like, let's get more eyes of every household, everyone that has a TV.
All
can
around
watch
the world.
this.
Yeah, Peacock.
Didn't go as big as they hoped. So they fine, shift that back to Peacock, and now the ESPN deal, which is the $30 a month deal or whatever. But
There are other ways. I saw a post earlier today. There's a few other streaming platforms where you can still get the PLEs for free as part of the streaming deal that you subscribe to. But if you're not on any of those services, it's $30 a month for the ESPN.
or
one.
if you're anyone who watches any other YouTube channels, like WrestleTalk or Santi or anyone else that do plugs for NordVPN or any VPN products, one day we'll be big enough, over 1,000 subscribers, that we can do advertising. Go find one of those VPN places, because then as soon as you get a nice little VPN, you can
Bing bong.
put yourself in Australia, and guess what? You can watch it all on Netflix.
It's great.
But the thing, I guess, as well with the ESPN deal as well, is that like you're spending, I think at the moment, like we spend $30 or $40 US on a AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's pricey.
And in the US, it's the same sort of thing. So yes, $30 is much more expensive than what $10 or $9.99 on the WWE network used to be. It's still cheaper than buying pay-per-views. So sucks. There are ways around it, VPNs, etc. But I think this will be a very interesting thing to see how much the mainstream ESPN media changes the way that WWE is shown. Because ESPN...
It's always kind of been the butt of a joke to ESPN.
A little bit.
The
And
past.
ESPN had AEW product on there. And as soon as this was announced, all of the AEW articles were gone. So WWE now...
Did they make this deal just to get AEW off the platform?
I mean, everything is, it's tribalism. Let's be fair. Everything's counter-programming, so probably. But I think that, this is a good opportunity to put a massive show on. Something like ESPN, the way they would advertise or write articles and stuff around a Brock Lesnar match too, is going to be much broader. And I think the problem is for AEW, All Out's going to be great. I don't like the idea of counter-programming. But if WWE wants to counter-program a competitor's pay-per-view show...
You're putting Brock Lesnar on it.
Putting Brock Lesnar and John Cena on ESPN...
That's it.
Around NFL season, when you've got everything... Like, NFL is just starting up. Everything for that's on ESPN. Like, it's how you do it.
Yeah. It's pretty rough. Shall we start pivoting to the shows now?
Let's talk to the shows.
Look... Kind of average week in wrestling this week, so that's why we dedicated so much of the show to talking about news and interesting topics. Kicking it off Monday Night Raw this week. Surprise, surprise, it was the Vision.
No
again.
way. Did they start Raw
my
again?
God.
Let me guess, they were also in the main event?
Well, one of them was. It was Braun Breaker in the main event against Jey Uso, which was initially scheduled anyway, but Jey Uso came out to interrupt after Paul Heyman gave a lovely speech about being extreme
And how
and such, because they were in Philadelphia, and then they've changed that main event, Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker, to an Extreme Rules match.
Which is the first time they've had an Extreme Rules match on Raw in like 12 years or something.
Yeah, which is essentially the same as a no DQ or a no holds barred,
Yeah, but it's Extreme Rules.
a street fight,
Or a Donnybrook match.
Donnybrook. Everything's the same. We just have different names. The match itself was pretty good. Early on in the match, Braun Breaker got a hip toss over the top rope onto the trolley loaded with weapons.
His leg on it.
And he was limping for a fair bit after that. And I feel like Jay was kind of just like walking around, not knowing what to do to give Braun time to get himself straight.
Oh, yeah, he smacked his leg on
Because
the trolley.
it was kind of a bit awkward at one stage where I was like, oh, this seems like something seriously wrong. And I was worried. Because he, at not WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Braun Breaker came out with his knee
limping,
like heavily taped up after the show, after Seth cashed in. So
I just think this was a bump gone wrong in that, like, if you're...
hopefully it's not the same knee.
No, correct, yeah. But if you're taking that bump as Braun, you want to, like, shoulder tackle or crash that trolley and fall right over.
Yeah.
Where you'd have
not like
least
come over
impact.
the top and just land on top of it.
And it was just his leg. Like, his leg just kicked it. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That just would have been
Didn't
painful.
look good. And as always, with a no disqualification match, we had interference.
No.
We had Bronson Reed come out. LA Knight came out to attempt a save. Seth came out to attack LA Knight, and then we got CM Punk out. Chaos absolutely everywhere. And leading into the finish of the match, Bron's setting up to spear the shit out of someone, I can't remember who.
And then the whole
crowd's chanting, OTC, OTC.
And I was watching this and I was like, can you guys shut up? Like, Roman is not coming out. Like, you've written Roman off TV weeks ago with all those tsunamis. He's filming Street Fighter. Cody Rhodes has been written off TV because he's doing Street Fighter. So is Roman Reigns. He's not coming. Stop. I was like, what?
Unfortunately, this got spoiled for me just before I started watching Raw because I saw something that came up, and I don't know whether it was like an official WWE post, but someone reported that Roman Reigns was going to be at Raw.
I was
somewhat expecting it.
I was literally mid-text to you.
To bitch about it.
As we were watching it, I was like, this crowd won't shut up about... Oh, whoops.
Yeah. Well, I baited Dan into actually watching Raw on the day because I said it was a must-see show. Strictly because we had Mr. Iguana on the show.
12 seconds, it was must-see.
Strictly because of Mr. Iguana, which we'll get to very shortly. Roman Reigns comes out, helps clear the field. Jay gets back on top, splash onto Bron through a table. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Boom.
And now we have Roman calling out Bronson Reed,
the tribal chief versus the tribal thief for the Shula Fala, a clash in Paris.
Now,
absolutely mental to think, as you mentioned.
We will do a prediction show of Clash in Paris.
Yes, we will.
So that'll be up later in the week as well. Before we talk about that quickly, do you think Roman goes over, or do you think he gives Bronson the win?
I reckon he'd give Bronson the win.
I think he has to,
I don't think it's clean either. Sure. I feel like there's going to be some sort of distraction from Heyman or whether Bron comes out or whatever.
But Roman can take the loss. Like I just said, Roman needs to finish Street Fighter. He doesn't show up to Raw every week, and if he does, it's for 5 minutes at the end of the night.
I think how that's got to look on Bronson's resume.
Who is the person, when the Raw after Clash in Paris starts, who is the first person in the ring?
The Vision.
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed with an extra pair of shoes for his Shula Fala.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
Give him the win. Please.
Give him the win. It's crazy to think 5 years ago he was wrestling Tommy Knight in Australia.
Yeah, like the Burwood RSL. He was having matches against Robbie Eagles and Tommy Knight.
I think it was 2018.
Yeah.
He was at a Canberra wrestling show as well.
Yeah, that we saw that picture.
Oh, man, crazy. Get out and now watch local wrestling because you might see Bronson Reed.
You never know. Tommy Knight could be the next Bronson Reed.
Dan Archer might be the next someone.
There's Dan.
The next who? Who's he going to be the next?
Next Sheamus.
There we go. The next Sheamus. Mohawk. Big, jacked.
Yep.
Pasty as fuck. I love you, Dan. Moving on. Earlier on in the show, we had Io Sky have a match against Raquel Rodriguez, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Raw was like 5 days ago. I'm trying to
we did just watch a recap, but didn't really.
But it didn't really recap much of the match, which didn't help. But Raquel and Roxanne having the beatdown on Io after, because I'm pretty sure she won. Right? She won the match.
The whole point to this story is building up a tag match.
Yes.
And the point of it was that when Io was going to go out, the Kabuki Warriors were there, and Asuka said, "We're here to help you," and she's like, "It's fine. I don't need help. You guys can stay." And so then she goes out, and then obviously that is a dumb decision when you're going against the Judgment Day, who you know are always going to play the numbers advantage.
Yeah, always.
Roxanne was always going to get involved in this match. And she did, and then they were getting beat down.
Kabuki Warriors nowhere to be seen.
Didn't show up, and so then Rhea runs out. And
this is my brutality.
God, Rhea Ripley.
Oh. Ease up, bro. Jesus.
Like, talk about
breaking the
internet wild.
Not only do you have new tattoos, but you just parade them around in very lovely top. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, insane. Anyway, and then when they get backstage, obviously, then Io and Rhea.
Well, that's the name of the tag team.
Rio.
Oh,
okay. So Rio are talking, and then Asuka's like, "Well, you told me not to get involved," and then
there was a big argument, and then everyone's like, Io was like, "Everyone stop fighting," and then she fucking has one of her big rants in Japanese and storms off. And Asuka says directly to Rhea Ripley, "Stay out of our business." And then there's poor Kairi Sane. She's standing there looking sad like she has been for the last couple of weeks.
Well, she's
like,
just confused. She doesn't know what to do.
She doesn't want to get involved. She doesn't want to pick sides yet.
Do you remember Let's Go couple of months ago when we were like, this women's tag team division sucks. Why do we even have the titles? Nobody
Now we've
cares.
got
Put them back on
Charlotte
NXT.
and Alexa. We're about to have Rhea and Io as a tag team. We've got the Kabuki Warriors back.
Who are proper tag team wrestlers, not individual wrestlers. Thank you very much, Reece.
Fuck you.
But it's wild.
For a month, you were fucking wrong, okay? I still win that part of it.
But to me, it's absolutely crazy the way that they just kind of rotate things around. And now, like, that's good.
I'm kind of worried how this is going to impact the singles divisions, though.
I'm very worried because I'm not a big fan of what's happening in either women's main titles.
No.
We're going to talk about that next.
Wasn't quite next, but yeah, let's flash forward to Naomi confirming her pregnancy on Monday Night Raw and relinquishing her championship after doing the nice babyface thing. Yeah, we're pregnant, woo, and then just turning into her old character immediately. And I really liked the fact that they did that and had her just be her and say, I don't care who has this title when I'm coming back.
I'm coming back for it.
I'm coming back for it.
Does this mean that at Evolution, the Fatal 3-Way was actually a Fatal 4-Way?
Well, SummerSlam was the Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, was it? Oh, and Evolution when she cashed in, it was a handicap match.
And there were several spots during that SummerSlam match where Naomi's stomach was stepped on. Didn't know.
She didn't know though, so that's fair.
But congratulations to Jimmy and his big swimmers and Naomi.
Yep, and obviously I love the touch of putting the belt down on the Slim Jim logo in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
And Big Jimmy Uso is the one that's taken out the whole women's division.
Yeah. I haven't there was also the thing about, sorry, I'll get it back to it later. There was also the thing about whoever works with Asuka ends up falling pregnant.
Yeah, I did see
because
that.
there was Lacey Evans, Becky Lynch,
Yep.
Alexa Bliss, Naomi.
Yep.
Kind of funny. I didn't do my own research, but I have seen people talking about the fact that I think Jimmy and Naomi have been trying to conceive for a while.
Yep.
So this is absolutely great news for them. Fingers crossed everything flows smoothly as smoothly as it can for a pregnancy because they're not great. I mean,
You're about to find out.
My wife's been doing fine at the moment. Like
Give it time. You're not even in the third trimester or anything yet.
Well, yeah, that's when it's going to get worse. Yeah. First trimester has been pretty breezy so far.
Yeah, I think this is very anecdotally from what I've dealt with like obviously my children and some friends and stuff. Either you have a really bad first trimester or a bad third trimester. You don't generally have both. And some women struggle at the start, some struggle at the end. Okay. And wait till they start getting like, I think mine was, there was some really weird cravings. One of them was watermelons and Smarties.
Like same mouthful?
Yep.
Okay.
And then,
I mean, chocolate covered watermelon doesn't sound bad.
Banana on cheeseburgers.
I'm a little skeptical, but I feel like that might slap. I'm going to have to try. I'm going to go buy Macca's cheeseburger on the way home and get a banana.
The cravings aren't for you, man, if your wife, but sure.
No, I'm going to have it. Let's pivot on to while we're on the women's division, let's talk about Bayley's vignette and the fact that between the previous week and this week on Monday Night Raw, it went from 1 to 100 real quick.
Yes.
We just had that like little tease of a laugh and something weird at the end of the vignette. And then this week on Monday Night Raw, it was just mayhem. She went
full Green Goblin.
Yeah. She essentially had her alter ego / past self barraging her with insults.
Green Goblin.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. And I think what we've been theorizing throughout the week, this is going to essentially replace that kind of crazy off the hinges Naomi character.
Yes.
So now that she's gone and off TV, it's also going to be really interesting to see what happens for Clash in Paris because
someone's got to face Stephanie Velcro.
Yeah. Vicara. So many different weird names from Naomi. Oh, the card committed suicide.
Oh, no.
Punker.
Punker's down.
Dead. He's dead.
I'm interested to see because they have to do something at Raw, right?
Yeah.
They have to either announce.
Because you're like 6 days away at that point.
Well, you don't have time for a tournament or anything anymore. Like, unless you do a number one
Battle Royal. I told you.
Number one contenders match.
I told you, Battle Royal.
I don't want to see a Battle Royal to face Stephanie.
Put Bayley, Io, Asuka, and Rhea in a fatal 4-way match. Because to me, those are the only 4 contenders that can actually step up in that world title picture while Naomi's away.
I had heard a rumor, and I don't think this can come true, and this is massive, massive fantasy booking.
We like that sometimes.
That someone put it out there that they tried to do a battle royal or something and they couldn't get a winner or whatever. And so the pitch is that Adam Pearce says, Stephanie, your match will be on Clash in Paris. I will find a person for you for that match. And so then you get to the actual pay-per-view.
I'm intrigued.
Stephanie goes out to the ring and then it's a surprise entrant and you're wondering who it is and who's the return. And it's Liv Morgan. And Liv's music hits. Because
that'd be phenomenal.
think about the story.
That would be so good.
Liv was going to face Nikki. Liv was in the women's title picture, right? I think Naomi cashed in on the world heavyweight title because Liv got injured. Otherwise, Liv's story was probably going to get back there anyway.
Okay.
If she's fit, because there was talk that she might have been okay by SummerSlam. Then there's also talk that she's not back to the Rumble. If she's,
We got worked by Seth Rollins' injury, so who knows, man.
and then Liv wins her title back.
Now my expectations are too high.
So I'm
for
sorry
Clash
if
in
I've...
Paris. They're too high for Clash in Paris now. Let's talk about Becky Lynch's match for the Intercontinental Championship against Natalya. Unfortunately, we didn't get...
It wasn't Natty, we don't care.
Yeah, we didn't get Natty Neidhart. It was just Natalya, so she lost, tapped out. Becky Lynch attacks Maxine after the match as well. Nikki Bella comes out to make the save. Nothing confirmed yet. Good accent. I assume they're going to book that match for Clash in Paris. Becky versus Nikki.
Definitely assume so.
Yeah. Talking about some other stuff on Monday Night Raw. Why do we still have Penta feuding with the New Day? He just beat Xavier Woods. He's facing Kofi Kingston.
He also beat Grayson the week before that.
What is this leading to? If it doesn't lead to the Lucha Bros and Andrade, I don't fucking care.
They have been suspiciously absent from SmackDown.
Right? I think it's gonna work. All three of them. They can be the Death Triangle. Would AEW have trademarked that?
Maybe.
Death Triangle. Done.
Or you just...
Except you replace Pac with Andrade.
Or the Fear Triangle? Because there's no fear?
Miedo. Put the mask back on again, Dan. Okay. No, don't. No, I meant the really unflattering Timu Ultimo Dragon.
If you didn't watch last week, watch it for my 17 chins under that fucking mask. I swear to God. Can't believe I put my face on the internet with that. I'm so sorry.
One more thing about Mexican wrestling before we pivot on. Mexicano. Before we pivot on to SmackDown.
Because they haven't announced this match for Clash in Paris, have they? Or have they? Dom and AJ. Is that official?
No, I don't think so.
Because I'm sure I
don't think it's been made official yet.
There's no way we go to Paris without AJ Styles. Surely not.
We have to. They've got to announce it. Anyway, we had a tag team match with the Judgment Day against Dragon Lee and Mr. Iguana.
He's got an iguana.
Absolutely baited Dan into watching Monday Night Raw because of that. Judgment Day would end up winning the match, but Dom, after the match, clearing the announce table, surprise, surprise, El Hijo del Vikingo pops up out of nowhere, attacks Dom, and we get the beatdown on Vikingo after the match as well. And it has been made official for WWE Worlds Collide in Las Vegas in September, I believe.
It's in September, yep.
Yep, mid-September. Dom versus Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship. Now, one thing that we theorized on before we started recording, is this them just rebooking the match because Dom got close to beating Vikingo and getting the title at Triple Mania? Or is this a calculated ploy to give Dom the title because the crowd keeps booing Vikingo?
Yes, it's that.
I'm happy with that. I hope Dom wins. I'm all for it.
I kind of feel that as much as I'd love to see Dom double champ, I think that's possibly a little too much work for him. Because, he did it a few years ago when he was North American champ and he was, maybe he was a tag champ at the same time? I can't remember. But he was in the Judgment Day and he was North American. He was on Raw and he was on NXT and then he was on SmackDown. He was everywhere. I think that maybe you do the AJ feud and you get AJ to face him at Clash in Paris and AJ wins that IC title.
Yep. And then we get AJ versus John Cena for the IC title.
And that way, Dom can then go and win the AAA title. And then he can wrestle. He can bring that to Raw and show it off. But then he can also wrestle down there more often. And that way you get the eyes on the product for AAA because everyone watches that title on Raw every week.
Yep.
And you also get Dom to go down there to bring the eyes down to the AAA product. And then you also get AJ Styles one more run with the title where I think that, you want a bit more out of AJ towards the end of his career because he has said next year's his last year.
Yeah, he's only extended his contract for 12 months. So
I'd love to see, and we'll talk about Cena in a minute. But in his promo, he listed a bunch of people that he still wanted to wrestle, and one of those was AJ Styles.
Let's just talk about it now.
And John Cena is not a Grand Slam champion because he has not won the IC title.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
No.
You can't see it?
Can't see him. Now let's just jump right to that. John Cena, Logan Paul, promo battle in the ring. Logan putting up the absolute best that he has on the mic against John Cena and trying to compete with the Irish crowd too.
Yeah.
They were absolutely ruthless. And I was expecting that's a fine speech. It's like some of the mannerisms that John Cena had during that promo, like he was just standing there, arms folded,
Just waiting.
just like smirking. And I was like, oh, he's just going to rip him to shreds. And he actually did.
He did, but I think Logan still held his own.
Yeah.
And I think that unlike the ones where, that was a nice speech, sir, the way that he destroyed Austin Theory and Roman Reigns at the time and stuff where it's like they came out and they were the bunt of the joke. It was like they were so bad. I don't think Logan Paul looked bad in any of this.
No, he did well. He's not an outsider.
You look at the way that, even the point where they made it in this promo, you've had 23 matches and I've been here for 23 years.
That's a wild stat.
I'm not shocked, though, to see Logan face-to-face with Cena.
No.
It
halfway through that match run for Logan Paul, he was fighting Roman Reigns for the heavyweight championship.
Yep.
Like the main title. Like, wild. Couple of key quotes that we want to call out. Earlier on in the promo, John Cena openly stated Logan Paul is a future world champion. He is a future WrestleMania main eventer. But that upsets John Cena. Mm-hmm. Then go on to insult Logan, saying that he's only here to use WWE for branding to buy himself another Pokemon card. I got a real kick out of that.
Well, that was a great line. And the fact that he knocks over the Prime bottles.
The hydration station. Boom, done, gone.
The best part to me, and the absolute chef's kiss of that point, is that he says, you're only here for branding, whilst he goes and stands behind his branding to show his branding on the show.
Smart.
That you're only here to do it, to knock it over.
Smart.
He put it front and center. He did what Logan wanted him to do while bringing down Logan in the promo. Perfect.
John Cena would go on to say that, no, Logan Paul is no longer an outsider. He's a parasite. That's a pretty goddamn harsh word to use, a parasite.
But that's what a parasite is. Is it something that comes in and then it nestles its way in and then it absorbs everything out of you? That's what a parasite does.
It's just helping Logan Paul build his brand. A couple more and then we'll pivot away. Logan has sucked away an opportunity. This is the part that you really want to talk about.
Yep.
Logan Paul has sucked away an opportunity from Cena's list of last matches, including Dominic Mysterio.
I want to see that match.
AJ Styles.
Definitely want to see that match.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Definitely want to see that match.
The Usos.
Not so much.
And Jacob Fatu.
That would be fun. I think the Usos and Fatu are in there for nostalgia, and he has to say the bloodline, and he doesn't want to say Roman Reigns. But I think like a Dom match, I would absolutely love to see a Dom and Cena match. I would love to see a Cena and AJ match again for the IC title. Cena can win it, Grand Slam champion, perfect, right off from the sunset. And a Seth match or a Braun match, or even like a 1-on-3 match or a gauntlet match against the Vision would be so much fun.
That'd be wild.
I think at some point, because there's only 10 more appearances now.
Yeah, those dates are running out real fast. I think we're almost at single digits.
Well, we will be, because Clash in Paris will be the 10th.
Yeah, I think he's on SmackDown next week though, is he?
Is he? Then it's 8.
Yeah.
Because this was 10, which means Clash in Paris is 9, which means if he does SmackDown is 8.
Oh, man, this is rough.
You're running out of time to do those matches.
We're not getting him at the Super Show.
No, God, no, because we know he's doing Crown Jewel. But I would love to see him have this kind of run, but I also kind of hope that maybe towards the end he does like some open challenge and he just does a gauntlet match. And maybe like, I think they have also confirmed that the Saturday night's main event on the 13th of December is seen as last match.
Okay.
So they were thinking of counter-programming that with AEW, but they're not doing it. It's the 13th of December. That will be seen as last match. Whether or not that's a Saturday night's main event or the
Ruthless Aggression
pay-per-view we're talking about.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's the date. I wouldn't mind seeing the Raw or the SmackDown before that, if he's on it. You just have a 2-hour John Cena show.
Yeah.
And you have him come out and he can cut his promo and stuff.
He faces the entire Raw roster.
Yeah, but not like the way that he did that one time. with
that one time where it was actual entirety of the Raw roster.
But I wouldn't mind seeing him have a gauntlet match where you just put him out there for an hour and you just put everybody that you want to see wrestle John Cena one last time.
Oh, that'd be great.
And you get CM Punk to come out there and you get Orton to come out there and you can get Cody to come out there and then you, like everyone just give us one whole show just for John Cena's farewell. And not Logan Paul in it because he's already facing him at Clash in Paris.
Yes. Kicking off SmackDown this week. Oh, one thing I do want to note before we move on, let's talk about, there was a backstage promo after Logan Paul got slaughtered by John Cena.
We're going along here, but let's keep going.
Yeah, I figured we talked about a lot of news. McIntyre was giving Logan Paul a pep talk backstage, and then that led to the end of the show. John Cena's about to leave the venue. Nick Aldis comes up. John, I've heard from Brock Lesnar. Boom! Logan Paul, Iron Fist, punches him, knocks out John Cena.
Now, me and Lockie watched this, right? And Lockie was like, oh my God, Logan didn't hold back. He fully clocked Cena. That was great.
We got the original cut in Australia.
Past.
Yeah.
And
not
great.
that come from Nick Aldis behind.
Now that one looked worse. Because the room...
I watched it back this morning and you can see there's about this much gap between...
On the run past?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
if you're just watching at full speed, you don't really notice that.
Yeah.
It looked fine. It looked great.
It looked good.
I thought it looked better than the recut one that the US
100%.
got.
Absolutely. The way he pushes Aldis out of the way seems dumb.
Yeah.
Because also, like, if you're Cena, you can see him. Because you're looking at Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
And then you watch Nick Aldis get shoved out of the way and you still just get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Like, the other one's better because you don't see him coming. He just runs past, butts, and he's down. But interesting that they touch on, I've heard from Brock Lesnar.
Yes. People are going to think that he's going to come out
in Paris. He's not going to Paris, guys. No. I'm standing. I'm planting my flag.
What are you going to do if he does?
I'll pop like everybody else will.
Me too. Like me at SummerSlam.
But I'll stand that he's not going to Paris.
Yeah. Becky kicking off the show. Hometown crowd.
Yep.
She absolutely ate it up and then just sucked the life out of everyone.
Perfect.
What'd she say?
That she's a New York Times bestseller and that she's...
No. The Dublin crowd does not deserve a TV show.
Yeah. You don't deserve to be on TV. You're not pretty enough and attractive enough and you don't deserve...
Come on, Becky.
Anything. Like,
come on, Becky.
It was... Look, I thought it was a little cheap heat to start it.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, the fact that they all cheered her. I love the fact that you got Becky, who is from Ireland, to open the show. Made perfect sense.
First ever televised event from Dublin, Ireland.
And I'm very glad that it was her. And she got the pop she deserved. And then for her to be able to turn on them so quickly, it was very John Cena.
And to have them actually boo her as well.
Very well
Very
done.
well done.
Becky is very underrated. And I watched her podcast with Cody Rhodes. Watch it. It's a really good episode.
I'll see if I have time. There's so much to watch every week.
Cody talks about it and he's like, he didn't want to talk about Colby at all.
On the come and go?
Huh? They did talk about the come and go. They did, yeah. But he was saying that he
childish.
Didn't want to talk about Seth Rollins. He wanted to talk just to Becky. And then she was like, oh no, we'll talk about this. And then so they do some stories. And it's really fun.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to make sure I do.
But I love Becky and I love the fact that she's having so much fun as this heel character. And you can tell it. You could tell on this promo right here, she came out with her glasses on, her sunnies on, because she was getting really emotional. They're all cheering for her. And then when she pulled them off, and she was like, all right, I'm now heel Becky.
Lock in.
Done.
She got interrupted by Tiffany, who then got interrupted by Nia. And then Jade came out because everyone started fighting. And then tag team match main event. Tiffy and Jade would end up winning the match with, I thought it was a pretty good sequence because Nia was the legal competitor in the ring.
Yep.
She was setting up for the Annihilator. Jade gets up, does the powerbomb, tags Tiffy in, prettiest moonsault ever, tags Jade back in, splash, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. It was fun. And I mean,
I don't care for Tiffy and Jade again because Jade lost clean at SummerSlam. I don't care to see Tiffy and Nia again. What are they doing in this division? Fix it. Do something better.
I don't know what
I don't know if they can
do. Like, you look at how poorly they're booking Julia. Like, Julia's getting 8 seconds backstage where she's not even having a match, and Kiana James is having a match for her.
Michin's coming for her. God, that's WrestlePalooza.
That to me is where this women's division is now hurting. Like, we talked just before about how good the tag division looks with, you're getting Rhea and Asuka and Io and Charlotte and Alexa, and it's all great. But then the singles division then sucks because there's no one left.
Yeah, no one left. Unless you can start giving people double champs, and I don't think that should be done.
No.
Let's quickly smash out the rest of this because I know we're running long.
Yes.
Mello Don't Miz win their tag team match again against veterans Motor City Machine Guns after some miscommunication, but it seemed like Carmelo Hayes was a little happier about the win this week.
I like the story they're telling.
Yeah,
I like that they're telling the story that the veteran is doing what he thinks he needs to do to win the matches.
And he's getting the wins.
He is.
That's the important part.
And the first week, Mello was frustrated because, like, Mello had the victory. He
was about to hit him with his finisher, and he tagged him out.
And Miz tagged in, hit Sky Production finale 1, 2, 3. So Mello's like, mate, come on. Whereas this week, Mello hits his move and then gets taken out, and Miz just crawls in 1, 2, 3 for the pin.
Yeah.
I think that it's a good story they're going to keep telling. I would actually like to see them get the tag titles, but I don't see them beating the Wyatts. But I also
don't care about the Wyatts.
I don't see the Street Profits beating the Wyatts because the Street Profits ended up beating whoever they wrestled, right?
DIY.
Yeah. No, they didn't wrestle DIY.
That was last week.
Who they beat this week?
I don't know. I didn't note it down. I didn't give a shit about the tag match.
They wrestled somebody on this show because they were in green because they're in Ireland, and then they pinned them, and I was like, oh, that sucks.
Don't care.
It wasn't
Didn't care. Didn't care. So obviously that's why I didn't note it down. I don't care for the Street Profits right now.
I'm trying to remember. It was like yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I can't think of who it was. Yeah, go look it up quickly. Quickly talk about the Charlotte match with Piper Niven.
Piper. I'm so glad she got the win.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that Piper pinned Charlotte pretty clean too. I didn't really see much interference, if you know what I mean.
I mean, there was a little bit of shenanigans.
No, the ref didn't see anything, so it doesn't count. Chelsea raked Charlotte's eyes as she locked in the figure 8. Piper capitalized.
They beat the NFTs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No one cares about that.
No one cares about that.
That's why we forgot. That's why I didn't care, because fucking MFT against Street Profits. Why do I care about that match?
Because Sammy and Jimmy came out.
Oh, well, and now Sammy's got a title match against Solo next week. Yay. One of the funniest parts from Raw, SmackDown, R-Truth flying to the wrong Dublin, Georgia instead of Dublin, Ireland.
Did you know?
He didn't even know.
He didn't know that. But did you actually, and what makes that even stranger to me is the fact that Dublin is the largest city in the world. Did you know that?
No.
You didn't know that?
No.
Do you know why?
Why?
It's because it's always Dublin. Dublin.
So
Dublin.
bad.
That's Cody Rhodes' joke?
That's so bad.
Okay, so you can thank
Such
Cody
a
for that
dad
one.
joke.
It's such a good joke, though.
Such a dad joke. R-Truth was say that he contacted a friend to stand in. Not stand in, but he's sending a friend to confront Aleister Black. And it just turns out Damian Priest is back.
I was
Hooray.
determined that this was going to be Sheamus.
Why? Oh, yeah.
Where were we? Oh.
Oh, you're Scottish. No, that's the next man, Drew McIntyre.
Drew Scottish.
Yeah, he comes
Dublin's
out.
Island, where Sheamus is from.
Sheamus.
Because I was like, oh, it's going to be like a fun little pop for Sheamus to get on there. But I mean, why?
They did it with
Damian
Becky.
Priest? I don't care.
No, we don't care. Drew McIntyre, though, we do care about him. He came out after the announced team was starting to talk about Cody Rhodes and the fact that there's still no medical update, which is ridiculous. It's been 2 weeks. You can't think of something.
Maybe just go watch his podcast.
Something.
His podcast will tell you what his medical update is.
Dumb. Did it?
No.
No. Okay.
It was also recorded, the one with Becky was recorded on Evolution night.
Okay.
So it was a couple of weeks ago.
Drew, after calling Cody a little bitch, had a nice little surprise from behind. Wow, surprise from behind.
Well,
you could word that a different way for sure.
Could. I like the way that he worded it in saying that you've now got no friends left. There's no one in the locker room to help you. And then Randy
Orton pops up. RKO, boom. Love it.
I think that obviously will lead to a Randy Drew feud short term while Cody's off filming.
Yeah.
And then you assume the winner of that is the number one contender. And I think you got to give that to Drew. I think Drew has to win it.
Yeah.
I think the Randy Cody match is now is a big match now.
It's got to be a WrestleMania type match.
Yeah. Like you've had it at the King of the Ring where it was good. And, Cody showed that slight heel thing to win, whereas Randy didn't pull the trigger. I think that now is a bigger match to have than just a Clash in Paris match or a
it's going to be
WrestlePalooza
on the grandest stage of them all.
Well, because you were saying that someone was pitching a triple threat match at WrestlePalooza.
Yeah. With Randy and Drew.
Andrew and Cody on
and
the
then
same
Randy
card.
turns heel and kicks Cody finally.
Yeah, but you've got Cena and Lesnar on that card, and you're probably going to have Seth.
Let people have their pipe dreams, Dan.
If you
then they can be wrong.
That's a big way to counter program.
Mate, look, we've been wrong about several pipe dreams. How's that double turn at SummerSlam?
It was pretty close, man. It was like 70% of the way there. Don't you fucking shut up. Asuka's a solo wrestler. Go away.
Well, she was for about a month.
My double turn was happening for about 3 months.
We're going to wrap it up there. That pretty much summarizes everything that's happened in the world of WWE and professional wrestling this week. And I thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what you want us to do. Let us know if you've got specific content you want us to film.
Keep an eye out for later in the week. We'll have our Clash in Paris predictions.
Don't forget to spread the word around to your friends and have them like and subscribe too.
Yeah.
Get us to 1,000 by the end of the year.
Yes. Clash in Paris predictions, and we're going to do a Forbidden Door review next week as well.
Next week. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Mr. Dan Danielson. I have been Rowdy Roddy Reece, and we will see you next time down under the mat.
Too sweet?
Too sweet. You were too busy fucking around on the computer.
Woo!